closing minutes of the first half to lift the Dukes to a 1-0 upset of top-ranked defending NCAA men's soccer champion North Carolina.
And the James Madison Dukes win their first CAA softball championship.
Pandemonium here in Richmond. Headed back to the big dance.
Monday, as they will find out.
Yes!
It's Maya. It's
Awesome.
good?
Cass.
Cool. What do I say? I don't know.
I don't know. Hello.
Whatever works is perfectly fine.
Okay. I'm Cassidy Strittmatter. I'm a sophomore and I'm a forward on the James Madison Field Hockey.
Awesome.
I'm Mia Julian. I'm a junior and I play midfield for JMU.
So how did you both hear about JMU, and when was it when you were like, this is where I want to go for school?
For me, it was actually my club owner, Danielle Heilig. She went here, played for Coach Morgan. She sent me to a camp here, and honestly, from then I was hooked. Throughout my entire process, I just always compared everything to JMU, and that's when I knew it was my home.
That's awesome. And yourself?
I went to a lot of recruiting clinics and camps, kind of all over the place. I'm from Pennsylvania, so I hadn't heard of JMU before. I met them at a camp, came here, loved the camp, loved the school, and then from then on it just kind of felt like the right place. I just kept coming back and it just felt right.
So had either of you met players before coming here when you first visited, or how was it when you first got on campus and started acclimating to meeting new people?
When we were incomings or before?
Incoming.
Okay, so I was fortunately able to be here over the summer before my freshman year, and it was really exciting to meet all the girls on the team. I think that was ultimately what made me the most excited about starting school, was that I already had such a great community and friendships with the girls that were on the team here. And that definitely made my adjustment way easier. So.
My case was a little different. So I came in COVID year. So up until when we got here in the summer, we had a bunch of Zoom calls where we got to meet with our class, the team and the coaches, and we just got to meet everybody and just have those conversations about field hockey, about non-field hockey things, and they just made us feel very welcomed as incomings, even though we didn't get that prior, to meet before we came here in person. It was still great to be able to talk to them on those Zoom calls and just texting and calling. It's great.
So for those who don't know you, can you just say your name and what you do here at JMU?
Yes, I'm Coach Christy Morgan. I'm the head field hockey coach here at JMU.
Yep. So you coached back here also in the 90s.
I did.
So you had 2 different stints with JMU, correct?
Yep.
What can you say has been different between your first one and your second one here?
Ooh, a lot of things, I think. Just a different player, a different kind of player. But what I would say, the consistency of both players, all the teams I've had, is the hard work. Probably, I think JMU attracts a very hard-working person, a very authentic person, and that makes it really fun to coach.
So what would you say is your group's coaching style, and how you go about coaching the players on the field?
We're really, and we're really positive coaches. So we believe in possibility, and we believe if you work for it, you're gonna get it. So we create a style that's high energy and high intensity, and so it's very demanding on the student athlete, but anybody that comes here knows that that's what they're gonna get, and they have that within them, and they give it to us.
How do the girls respond to that? Especially your older ones, so they've been around you for a while. They probably know how you kind of run things. Do they kind of tell the younger players what to expect, or do they kind of just let them see for themselves and make mistakes and learn with that?
Yeah, I mean, our environment is we don't judge mistakes at all. We use them to grow, and that's, I think, it creates risk takers on the field. So our captains, our seniors are people who encourage taking risks so that we grow our game. So they're certainly not hazers. They want the best for the younger kids and they want the best for themselves. So they lead by example, they push themselves hard in practice, and I think the younger ones follow that.
So going back to the school aspect of it, how is it handling both like the academic side and the athletic side? So your main season's in the fall, so obviously you're gonna be more busy then. Like, how has that been for you guys? Like, as a freshman, how are you been acclimated to that?
It was definitely an adjustment, but at the same time, we are provided so much support by both like our coaching staff, our teammates, and even just the facilities or the athletic department that I felt like I was set on a track to succeed. And we also have such a high performance environment in field hockey that it easily translates to the classroom as well. We try to be well rounded in all aspects, and I know that, you know, there's a precedent of representing our team, so that definitely allowed me to be even more motivated to do well in school. And I definitely feel like just the aspect of time management with being an athlete has helped me a lot as well.
Yeah, I agree. I think just having that schedule and that structure around academics and field hockey has helped me a lot. And also, like Cass said, like our field hockey team has our own standard apart from the sports here at JMU, where we hold each other to even higher standard than we need to. And I think just that environment where we excel in the classroom as well on the field, it just has pushed me to just love the learning aspect of it and balance it with the field hockey.
What's kind of your talk about that with your players?
You know, we try to create a high performance environment, and that means that we're high performance on the field, we're high performance off the field. We create a standard of greatness that everybody has to commit to. So they're here for their academics, and they have got to be committed. They've got to sit in the front of the classroom, and they've got to be engaged, and 100%. We are committed to excellence in all aspects of their lives and our lives.
So you have a decent amount of seniors next year, correct?
Yep.
So how has it been working with those girls? Have you talked to them about getting ready for pretty much their last fall season for some of them? And what's kind of been the talk with them so far?
Well, it's really important. The best teams I've had ever are the teams that lead from the inside out. And when you have that experience, you kind of have a little bit more confidence. And so we're working with those players to really lead, to really take a stand for what they want to be, to understand the style that they want to play, and then demand that style from their teammates.
So you're going to be a senior next year, correct?
Yes.
How does that kind of feel knowing this year, like mainly going to be like almost your last spring season, basically? Like, how does that feel going into next year?
It's crazy. I feel like they tell you it goes fast, so enjoy it, but then you blink and you're like, oh, it does go fast. You don't even realize it. I'm excited to be able to take on that leadership role as a senior, and excited every year you get excited to meet the new freshmen coming in. I'm just going to look at it as another opportunity to play, not necessarily my last one, because that's a little bittersweet, but it's crazy. It did really go fast, but I've come a long way, so I think we all have, so it's great.
So people love to stigmatize being a student athlete, like, oh, it's so ultra competitive. Some people don't want to see you succeed, but obviously you guys seem like a really tight-knit group. Off the field, how is it kind of if someone's having trouble academically or just home? How do you guys talk through that? How does it really work, and how do you handle that?
I think it's just kind of going down to finding out what helps them the most. I know that on the field we talk about different ways that you succeed and what helps you feel supported, but if someone is having a hard time with school and things like that, trying to just listen to them. Everybody on our team, we just kind of figure out what's at the root and find the best way to, support them and figure out, do they do better if they have a study partner, or do they do better if they have someone kind of keeping them accountable to go into study sessions, things like that. So I think it's just kind of we take the time to ask questions and listen, which really allows us to make the best decision and figure out what will support our teammate the best.
Yeah, I think we've also created an environment where it's so open, where there's no real classes where people have to if you're a freshman, you have to only talk to a freshman. Like, I think we've made it possible for anyone to reach out to anyone for help if they need it, and we always encourage, like, reach out to your teammates. We're here for you. We're not going to judge. Like, if you do need that help, like, we are here for you, and we're here to support you. And I know sometimes we do like accountability partners, which is great. Sometimes you just need like a little check-in, like how are you doing mentally, how are you doing like physically, because that's been a big part of our game recently that I know JMU has focused on. And I just think having like those accountability partners and those teammates that you can rely on and ask for help is just it's just a great thing.
So working with players in that sense, what is kind of your role with players? So say someone comes to you with a problem, whether it's academically or something at home or with other students on campus. What's kind of that talk, and where do you guys kind of go forward with that type of?
Well, the first thing is you have an open door I have an open door policy, and all my assistants do also. And I think the greatest trait that coaches can have is to care. And so people want to be heard, and especially if there's anxiety or there's stress, they want to be heard, and that's the first step. And then it's about leading our student athletes to people who can help them with specifically the needs that they have. We work with Dr. Bob, we work with Dr. C, who's our mental conditioning coach. I've played in the Olympics, and I get that 90%, 80%, 90% of this game is mental. And with so much adversity in the world right now, we need to be supports for each other, and you know, life is bigger than sport. So if we could create a connected group where everybody knows that they have each other's backs, we're ahead of the game. We're ahead of the game. So yeah, there's going to be stress in all of our lives, but you have people, you have your teammates to lean on, you have your coaches to lean on, and you have sports psych to lean on. So we utilize any way that we can grow our players, any way that we can grow ourselves. We use the people around us to support us.
So what specific aspects of being a team have you guys enjoyed so far? And is like any specific place you guys go post-game or like before games to kind of just like bond?
We're a Starbucks team.
We
It's
are.
definitely like part of our pregame ritual. Even the coaches are kind of in on it too. It's important for us. Like, this is just kind of what preps us.
Yeah.
It's definitely like a cool bonding point because it's kind of like what we do before games. We go on walks to a coffee shop, or we all just kind of get on the bus and go to Starbucks together. It's just like a small little social thing that we can do and just kind of like get us in the right mindset while also having fun with one another. But that's just like one thing that I've noticed. I used to not drink coffee before college, and now since joining this team, it's basically an everyday thing. And it honestly is something I look forward to, especially on game days, because it's just a special little moment I get to have with my team.
That's awesome.
I also think like just looking for those everyday moments, like whether we're away on a trip or just here at school. A ton of us like to meet up to study in the APC or in the library, or we'll all go to dinner together after lift. And I just think those small moments where we can make those little connections are just something that I really value. Where it's after lift, we're all like, oh, who wants to go to D Hall? Who wants to go to E Hall? Or just a quick text message to the group, oh, I'm going to do this, I'm going to study, like who wants to join me? So I just think those things I just look forward to, or having those people around me where I can always ask someone what they're doing, and I always have someone to join me wherever I'm going. It's great.
Awesome. Your players were literally just reiterating that. They're mentioning how tight-knit the team is. They kind of have their own little pregame. They say you're a Starbucks team, and that even some of the coaches go out with them sometimes. So how is it being around the players, like off the field?
Oh, you know, the neat thing about being college coaches, being a college coach, is you get to choose the players that you want to coach, really, essentially. And when we're recruiting, we recruit people of great character. And when you do that, you recruit people that have great character, you want to be around them. I mean, Easter, they all came over to my house for Easter dinner, and we had an Easter egg hunt, and we played games, and they're people that I want to be around. And they're people that want the best for themselves and want the best for this program. So they're committed to excellence. They're extraordinary people that want the best for this program, and they're committed to that.
So lastly, before let you guys go to practice and everything, What are you most looking forward to for next season? And basically, what was it like last season during your whole run last year? You did pretty good. How was that? What are you looking forward to next year?
I think I'm really proud of the different type of experiences that we were able to have as an independent team. One of the things, though, that I am looking forward to for this future season, we will be independent again, but I think knowing what we know now, we kind of understand how to approach the season. Obviously, it was a high-stakes situation last season, and it'll be the same this year. But at least now we can kind of go in with a game plan, which I'm kind of excited about, just because of, you know, the way that we were emotionally invested in the past year. I think now going forward, we definitely have a better framework of how to support each other and to have even greater outcomes. So I am really excited, and just the growth that has happened with this entire team, whether we've grown just in our connections and especially in our play, makes me really excited to see what we'll be able to accomplish. So.
What are you looking forward to see next season?
Oh, you know, we want to be the best. I didn't come back to coach at JMU to be average. We want to be the best. And is it the ultimate challenge? Absolutely. Are we up for the ultimate challenge? Absolutely. So we're working really hard to be so good that no matter who we compete against, we're going to be in the game.
Awesome. Is there anything else you'd like to say about JMU Field Hockey or just being a coach here at JMU?
Oh, I think it's great. I think JMU is, in my mind, JMU is one of the best universities in the nation. And I think it is because the people make the place. And when you have everybody that has a common goal, and that is to be the change, and that is to be the difference, I think you're in a pretty good everyday environment. And life doesn't get much better than that. When you just love coming into work, you love being around the people that you work with, I think that's the ultimate.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you. All right.